truth about a narcissist who plays with empath's identity. Hey there. Relationships between narcissists and empaths are unstable because the narcissist always takes and the empath always provides. The narcissist in the relationship feeds off of the empath's need to assist and love them, making the connection very similar to a parasitic one. Due to a narcissistic self-centered nature, narcissists often take a leadership role in relationships and exert dominance over empathic partners. An empath's innate sympathy makes them vulnerable to taking on the feelings and vitality of others around them. As soon as they come into contact with a narcissist, something in that person's aura stimulates a desire in them to soothe the narcissist, thus setting in motion the narcissistic supply cycle. Today's video is all about understanding narcissistic personality disorder so that you may understand your experiences with narcissistic abuse, heal from it, and cut all ties with the narcissist immediately and forevermore. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so you will not miss out on any video updates related to this topic. Now let's go on to the video. Most empaths have a subconscious belief that they can cure and assist narcissists, and thus empaths devote a great deal of energy to trying to make the narcissist realize how valuable they are. For a narcissist, an empath's compassion is a sign of weakness, and like it or not, narcissists often use it to their advantage. Even though it is bad for both empaths and narcissists, they are attracted to one another since their needs are so similar. If the empath starts to be more dependent on narcissists, then these issues are likely to worsen. Almost all of us go through a phase in which we question if we are the narcissist at the end of the relationship or just after the breakup. It is a very normal aspect of the healing process following narcissistic abuse. To better comprehend personality types, consider a spectrum of personality types. In the middle of the spectrum is the normal individual who has a healthy level of empathy but not an excessive quantity of narcissism. To the left of the spectrum is the more narcissistic individual who is more selfish, self-absorbed, pompous, and entitled but not without a degree of empathy. This side of the spectrum ends with sociopaths and psychopaths. On the other hand, individuals on the right have a great level of empathy for others and are givers. The extremes of empathy, known as super empaths, are located near the end of the right side. Super empaths are people who are very sensitive to energy and the needs of others. They also have a lot of empathy. So that's the spectrum, and most people live on one end of it. One can transition from one side to the other. A typical individual, for example, can grow somewhat more empathic and so on. But if you have a personality disorder like narcissistic personality disorder or a very caring person, you don't switch back and forth between the two that much. Aside from that, there are scenarios that will bring the narcissistic personality more into the empathic condition and situations that will bring an empathic person much less into narcissistic side, which does happen. However, all of this personality change does not imply that one must remain permanently in the shifted personality. Rather, they will be in the shifted condition for a limited time. That's the reason for the scale and type of people on the globe. In the beginning of a relationship with a narcissist, empaths are full of optimism. Empaths believe they have met this individual who appears to be right fit for them. Empaths experience overwhelming bliss. Empaths have such a high level of trust in narcissists that they will reflect on where they might improve. The empath does not want to lose this relationship. In any harsh situation, empaths think that perhaps there is something wrong with them. That is why empaths pull back from going too far and the devaluation stage with a narcissist begins. The devaluation stage is broken up by love bombing stages, resulting in empath being undervalued and in poor condition. However, as empath emerges from the fog of the connection, The narcissist understands empath's desire to be retracted and would love to bomb empath again. So, by creating a condition of uncertainty, not allowing the empath the room to think clearly about the relationship, and also emotionally attaching the empath and producing turmoil. Once the devaluation stage begins, an empath can never count on a long time of stability with a narcissist. The empath will then receive several discards, as well as all of the various gaslighting, and so on. An empath will experience an abnormal amount of underlying worry and painful moments with a narcissist, who will then lift the empath back up to the higher notes in the relationship until the empath feels immense pleasure and a false sense of happiness and hope. After a while, empaths become keyed in and clued into the reality that the narcissist is actually utilizing them. When friends and family tell empath that this person is not good for them, clarity begins to emerge. With just the empath's own sense of who they are and their perspective on life, and knowing that what this person is saying to them is not truly correct. Empaths have had enough of being hurt, and they are starting to see how they are being used. So, when empaths began to fight back for their lives, it became a desperate struggle. The narcissist's nasty behavior worsened. A narcissist will go so far as to video an empath in order to convince other people that the empath is insane. Empaths are abused to such a degree by a narcissist that their hormones become dysregulated as a result of the trauma they have endured. As a result, empaths were left in a condition that was exceedingly nervous, vulnerable, and explosive. At this point in the process, empaths are engaged in a battle not just for their lives, but also, more particularly, for their souls. When narcissists use love bombing to pull empaths back into their lives, narcissists often make empaths very angry. Last but not least, dealing with a narcissist will be challenging. In order to effectively deal with a situation involving a narcissist, it is important to establish clear boundaries, seek the opinion of an objective third party, and resist the urge to believe the narcissist's pretenses. Hey, check out my next video on how Super Empath goes supernova and destroys narcissists for good. You may have the power that you yourself don't even realize it. If you found this video very helpful to you, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and activate the bell button so you don't miss out on any subsequent video updates. Thank you for watching.